I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for me.
What does a lifestyle business looks like? I'm reporting from Mexico. Look at this beauty. This is awesome. We're here for our annual company trip. So every year for 1 week, I bring the entire company to a 5-star resort, all inclusive, paid by the company. We just chill here, and this view is amazing here. And this resort is one of the most beautiful I've ever seen, honestly. So I wanted to talk about building a lifestyle business as a business loan broker, because there are many business opportunities out there, but it's not really possible to build a lifestyle business, and I'll define what that means. In most of these industries, right? So if you're an insurance broker, you're on the phone most of the time, so you can't really build a business while you're traveling a few times a year. So far this year, I traveled more than 8 times, and I traveled with my family. And this time I'm traveling with our team. So if you're an insurance agent, it's really not that possible. If you're a real estate agent, that means that you have to be in your given territory all the time, because you need to build relationships, you need to show homes, you need to talk to investors, you need to rent property. So you have to dominate a physical territory. So it requires you to be there most of the time. Most of the sales positions out there, like if you're selling mortgages, it is the same thing. You need to be on your game, on the clock, because there's a closing happening and you need to get the paperwork in. It is almost impossible to run that business when you're traveling. But as a business loan broker, it gives you the lifestyle, because literally you can just pass off your leads to our lending partners and have them do the heavy lifting and have their sales team follow up and close on those leads. You can help businesses claim the tax credit that goes unclaimed for most of the businesses. I'm talking about ERTC. I'm just dropping a couple of checks from IRS, the images of the checks that our brokers helped these businesses receive. They would not have otherwise received this. Their accountant didn't really talk to them about. One person made over $70,000 from one client. The other made over $20,000. And I'm getting these email notifications every single day on employee retention tax credit. And our brokers are funding small business deals on a daily basis. The reason this business allows you to build a lifestyle business is because you're not telemarketing. Unlike the old style merchant cash advance brokers, you're not out there cold calling. You're not following up with your customer day and night. And even if you have to do that, you can do this from your comfort home. You're not following up with your clients, through the phone 24/7. And even if you have some follow-up to do, that can be done from the comfort of your hotel or your house. So talk about a true laptop business. I'm not saying that this is a super easy business, everyone will be successful. When you're an entrepreneur, it comes with the territory that building a business is not the easiest thing you need to do. But when you do a risk and reward assessment, staying at your current job or whatever it is that you're doing right now, current profession, might be low risk, but it will never give you the lifestyle that you want for most of the time. Like for 99.9% of the careers out there, the jobs and certain businesses, it cannot give the lifestyle that you want to have, right? If you want to travel a lot, if you want to be in a financial situation to have $20, $30, $40, $50,000 per month coming from your lending clients, then you seriously need to consider what business that you start. That doesn't mean that it's going to be super easy, but it does mean that since you're going to be putting the effort anyways, right? So whether you're showing up to your job every day or whatever business you're running right now, you're putting in the effort either way. You're going to spend that 40, 50, 60 hours a week anyways. What if you can spend a few hours a day while you're keeping what it is that you're doing right now, build this even as a side gig on the side until it catches the momentum and brings you to a level where you can making your first $1,000, your first $5,000, your first $10,000. Give it a try. Just test it out. You got to try entrepreneurship before you fully burn your ships and kind of do it full time sometimes, because not everyone has the same risk tolerance. I myself burned the ships. I quit my job and started running my own business full time, right? But not everyone is like that, which is perfectly fine. right? It's not a binary game that either you're an entrepreneur or you're not. So you have expenses, maybe you have family, maybe you have kids. You can't just dump everything and just start this and take that massive risk, because business comes with risk, right? But when you're planning to start a business, you got to consider, just take a legal pad and write down the advantages of the businesses that you're considering to start. So I'm going to go through the one that I know. I'm not expert in every business out there, but I'm an expert in business loan brokerage because I'm privileged enough to have trained more than 5,000 people in our business lending blueprint community. So I'm going to give you a quick list of the benefits. Obviously, you can travel like this when you build your business. It gives me the freedom to have my entire team here. And this is a working vacation. They're still on the sales calls. They're still handling support. They're still coaching our students because we offer one-on-one coaching. But let's cut to the chase and talk about the benefits of becoming a business loan broker through the business lending blueprint. Number one thing is, if you try to become a business loan broker on your own, you can figure out a lot of things. But one thing you're going to have massive difficulty figuring out is finding the lenders who's going to lend to your customers, and finding the lenders who are going to be willing to work with a brand new business loan brokers. That's number one. Second thing is that the diversity of the lending options. You cannot just have one lending option and try to fit all your customers into that lending option. It doesn't really go well. First of all, you're doing a disfavor to your customer. Second of all, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, because if a customer is not a good fit for one lending option, that means he or she is a good fit for many of the other lending options. Number three is the trial and error. Many people want to do this on their own, which is fine. I made the same mistake before I started hiring coaches. I thought I got it. I thought I'm smart enough. I'm not afraid. I don't have the money, but at least I got nothing to lose. I can try this. What I forgot was the number one asset that I have is my time. So you cannot afford to waste time, because you don't know how much of that you have left. And you have all the things that you can experience if you take a shortcut, right? That's the third important thing, that do not try to do this on your own. Get some kind of coaching. So when it comes to what makes this business super hot, is that you can help people get access to tax credit, which is you're not even selling anything. You're just increasing the awareness in that market that they already qualified for a tax credit. They're just not claiming it, right? Number two is you can help startups. There are more than 70% of the people in the United States at some point thought about starting their own businesses. What stopped them more than 90% of the time is the lack of capital. I'm sure you had similar conversations with people that you know. Maybe you had that idea, you had a great business idea you wanted to start, but you lacked the capital. You see how much of a big pain that is? And in business, the way you make money is by solving problems. You're always looking for problems to solve or provide services that give people the pleasure. For example, your smartphone is, we don't really have a smartphone problem, but it gives us pleasure. It's convenient. So people who build smartphones, they generate billions of dollars because it takes care of a lot of things. It allows me to shoot this video, allows you to make payments online. It kind of started out as a pleasure tool, and now it's a necessity. We need our phones. We cannot survive almost without phones. Although I don't like it, it's just a lot of things you can do on the phone, and it makes it super convenient. So business, as I said, either you solve a problem or you find something people love, people enjoy. So startup funding is a problem. You're solving a huge problem, because when you think about yourself as an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, and let's say you need $20,000. Besides family and friends, you're fortunate if you do have family or friends. How would you get that money? You can apply for some credit cards, I guess, but you end up with a credit card. You can't really cash out on that credit card unless you want to pay cash advance fees in the rates of like 20-30%. You can go to a bank and see if they have some kind of startup funding. You can take money off of your real estate property, but then you got to pay closing costs, and then you have to pay that back, and that can be spread across 15, 20 years. And well, what if you don't even have a property, right? By solving that massive problem, did you know that if you help an average person get access to $20, $30, $40, $50,000 of startup funding, you can make anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. So that $1,000 to $3,000, that might or might not look like a lot of money, but most people in the United States make less than $40,000 a year. So if you average it out, it comes out to be $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So that means that if you help 2 people a month, let's say 3 people conservatively, you're going to be making as much money as most people in the United States make on a super part-time basis. That's only one lending option. How about not startups? How about existing businesses? How many existing businesses do you know? Or how many existing businesses do you pass by? How many existing businesses do you shop from? Small businesses. Do you know the number one problem they have is getting access to capital? They need money. They need money either in the form of a business line of credit, maybe, right? In case they do need it, they have access to the capital. Sometimes they need money as urgently as the next day because the fridge breaks. They need to buy some kind of equipment. They need money to expand their business. Maybe they need to buy another truck. They need to buy another landscaping equipment. Maybe they're in the cleaning business and they need supplies. They need money to pay payroll, right? Maybe something went wrong. So there are a lot of reasons why a business would need capital, and some need it in a few days, some need it in a few months. Some will need it as often as 3 to 4 times a year. As a business loan broker, without needing any license or any certification, did you know that for most businesses, more than 90% of them, you can make a way better offer than the banks can offer? Because banks are not really designed to help a small business get access to capital, right? Their funding options are specifically designed for larger businesses that have collateral. What is a collateral? A larger business might have 10 trucks. They might have a physical location that they show as a collateral. They might put up their home as a collateral. It's backed up by some kind of asset. So, and the type of lending that we do, it's not really based on the asset. It's based on the business's either current revenue. It could be startup, so they look at startup options. It could be personal credit. It could be a business credit. So you have so many ways to go about to help this person get access to capital. In existing businesses, if you're helping someone get access to capital in as little as 2 to 3 days, your average revenue as a business loan broker, that's you, that's money in your pocket, can range from $20,000 to $4,000 on average, but it can go as high as $50,000, $60,000. That's category number 2. Category number 3 is real estate funding, right? Many people are first-time home buyers. Then they go through their real estate agents or a mortgage company. But there is a massive market of investors who are investing in fix and flip properties. They're investing in multifamily homes. And yes, they can get funding through the bank. But the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time they need funding, the bank says no, because bank thinks that they're over leveraged. But these investors need the capital up front so they can keep flipping these properties. And it's only profitable for a real estate investor if they're flipping multiple properties a year, right? No one really makes money if an investor is flipping only one property a year. So you only make real money if you're flipping 3 or 4 properties, or if you add up more rental properties to your portfolio, so you have the cash flow. You have the monthly cash flow coming from your tenants, then you build your net worth that way, right? As a business loan broker, especially through the Blueprint, we give you real estate lending options that you can help someone get access to these funding options as little as a few percent interest. Sometimes it's 6, 7, 8%, is slightly higher than the banks. But they don't really have the option to go back to bank a lot of times and get the money and get it fast enough. Some of the bank's real estate funding options take as much as 3 to 4 months. I mean, when you're a fixed income investor, you don't have that much time to wait for a bank to maybe decline you anyways, right? So that gives another massive option. I mean, we have people who are just focusing on that and making $20,000, $30,000 a month. That's another category. Equipment leasing is another category. Any business buying an equipment needs to go through you as a business loan broker, right? You can help them buy supplies. You can help them buy software. You can help them buy trucks and cars. You can help them buy anything that they need, any tools that they need to run their business. And when businesses need stuff like that, if they have access to the equipment, it helps them grow the business. Whether they want to buy the equipment or lease the equipment, you can be the broker for that, right? And we talked about government aid, because right now there's something called ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credit. I'm showing you some pictures of the actual checks received by the customers of our brokers. So I can go on and on about it. We have about a dozen different lending options that we train you on, but it comes back to the second problem that I mentioned. First is understanding how to become a business loan broker. Second is having the relationships built with the lenders. Why would a lender work with you? They don't even know you. But if you become a part of our private community, we give you access to different lenders. We have over 40 different lenders connected to all of these different products that I just covered. I didn't cover all of them. I covered just a portion of that because I don't want to turn this into like a 45-minute video. But most importantly, we leverage our size and you get paid a lot more by those lenders. And we leverage our reputation that lenders know that if someone is going through a business lending blueprint, they're thoroughly trained. They have a lot of skin in the game and they want to make it work. That's why they're very respectful of our brand and they work with our brokers. And our brokers just hit the ground running because that would take a lot of trial and error. Give it a try if you want. Go out there and contact some lenders and they're going to tell you, well, how many deals have you funded? It is a chicken or the egg situation. Well, I'm starting this business. I haven't funded anything. I need you so I can grow the business. They're like, well, you should fund some deals. Then we can accept you. Then you're like, how do I fund deals if I don't have any lenders? And they tell you go back and fund some deals so we can lend money to your clients, right? So it's a vicious cycle. We take care of that for our business loan brokers. The other thing that you take advantage of that many people love about us is that we provide one-on-one support. You actually get your own coach assigned to you. You can join the weekly calls. You can also have one-on-one calls with your coach over Zoom. Either bring your deals over and discuss that, or just talk about whatever else is going on in your business. Sometimes it's a mindset problem. You just want someone to hear you because you might not have the environment that supports you, right? Just because you have someone next to your spouse, your partner, and whatnot, doesn't mean that they are supportive of your goals, your aspirations, what you want to accomplish. That's why it's so important to find the right mentor that has done it before, but they can help you. Our coaches help thousands of our business loan brokers fund their first deals, resolve problems that they're going through right now, both personally or in business, and connect with our lenders at a deeper level. We also have live events, and our community is, I think it's the most valuable part because you have access to hundreds of successful business loan brokers. No one has that because we have the largest business loan broker community in the United States. So you want to hang out with like-minded people who are having success every single day. We just held a live event in Orlando and brought on one of our moderators who's also a business loan broker. The guy is averaging 30, 40, 50K per month. That's in profit in the bank. He's been doing this for a few years. He has all the experience, and I had him run our second day of the event while I did the first one. And we have so many people just like him who are in the community. If you go through our testimonials, I think the most common thing they say is the community, right? You're part of a community. Everyone watches out for each other, and we're there for our members. We're on vacation right now in Mexico. We're still working, right? We enjoy our time here, but we still dedicate time to our members to make sure they're fine. So my point is that if you're trying to build a lifestyle business, first you have to define what that is. I personally like traveling. I go to a lot of events. I made a rule for myself that whenever I travel, I'm going to bring my family with me. I have 2 kids. I'm married. So I didn't want to turn this into a business where I travel, I'm away from home while my wife is only taking care of the kids by herself. I said, no, this is a family-oriented business, and I'm dealing with a lot of members who have families. So I need to set the example that this is what a lifestyle business looks like. I'm traveling with our team. We all flew out of the United States, and we're in Mexico right now. We're going to be here for in a few days. So that's my definition of a lifestyle business, that I can just walk out of my home with a laptop without being concerned about meeting anyone in person. And that's the business that we teach our business loan brokers. Build a business with your laptop without killing yourself by calling 200, 300, 400 people a day, without, just being glued to your computer for 14, 16, 18 hours a day. Because if you're going to build a business, you got to build a business that has that potential. Many people start businesses not understanding that there's a ceiling for most of them. And it has massive commitments that you might not be okay with, and maybe you haven't thought about it. So I just want you to think about this, right? Is this the right fit for you? Whether you want to add another $1,000 to $2,000 and have our done-for-you lending partners do the work, or have access to real lenders and learn the business inside out. This is your only source. This is your only resource, right? Below this video, I have a full-on training on how this industry works, how the commissions are calculated, what areas you can focus on, what products you can use to fund these deals. And at the end, you can learn enough to try to do this on your own, or you can join Business Lending Blueprint. Business Lending Blueprint has a cost because we can't provide all of this without any cost. We don't take your commissions. We show you how the business works. We make the connections. We support you for the life of the program. Okay, so that comes with a cost. But if you're serious about building your business, I still suggest that you watch the training below. At least you can decide if this is something you can do on your own with the help that I provide on that free training, or it's a better fit for you to join Business Lending Blueprint and help us get you fund deals within the first 60 and 90 days and build this business, right? Because you need to own your own business. Like, guys, like, we're going through interesting times, right? Everyone is talking about a potential deep recession. If you're going through recession, you don't want to go through recession while you have a job, because you might just get fired. So you want to be in a recession-proof industry. We haven't even talked about this. This industry thrives during recessions. Why? Let's say there's a recession. What's the first thing that happens? The banks restrict access to funding. They change their funding criteria. They make it more difficult for people to get access to capital. When do people need more capital? Through the recession. When do alternative lending industry provide more capital than ever? During the recession. So I hope we don't go through recession, but if we do go through it, I have zero concerns, because actually we're in the recession-proof industry. So I want you to just think about all of that. If you're interested, just comment below, watch the video. There's a link in this description. Watch that video and think about what you think about this video. I just felt inspired while I was here. I'm really enjoying this view and this community, and it was great to meet a lot of our employees in person and spend quality time. I just want to come out and share my thoughts about the industry and also the business opportunity, also what a lifestyle business looks like. I hope you enjoyed it. I see you on the next video. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any videos from us. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.